Good morning, everyone. It's Shauna, the Tax Goddess. Today, I want to cover the NAICS code. Now, what is the NAICS, N-A-I-C-S code? The NAICS code is what the government uses to track what type of business you are. Now, that doesn't really sound super important. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You're a mechanic shop, you are a CPA firm, you are an attorney, whatever it is that you are. However, one of the most important reasons for you to get the NAICS code correctly reported on your tax return is because the government uses those codes to look at the averages for your specific industry, for your specific type of business, to see if anything is way out of whack. And the way out of whack is what causes you to get audited. Okay, so one of the biggest things I want you to be doing here, of course, is to properly get your NAICS code on your tax return, and I want you to be looking at what averages do other people in your industry do, right? So, what is the average percentage of advertising? What is the average percentage of cost of goods sold, of office supplies, these kinds of things? Because once you have that report, what are the averages? You can compare those averages to your specific company to determine if anything is way out of whack and likely to throw an audit when you weren't expecting one. Now, where do you find audits and I'm sorry, the averages for the audit to prevent you from getting an audit? One of my favorite places is a program called Profit Sense. Now, Profit Sense, CENTS, Profit Sense is a piece of software. You do have to pay for it, but it's a piece of software that you can actually run a report. You input your information and your NAICS code, and it will spit out differences. It will also give you CFO type adjustments and things that you should be looking at. So, for example, if your accounts receivable are significantly higher than other people in your industry, the system Profit Sense will actually spit out a report for you saying, here are some things you should try and things that you should be looking at. So, it actually acts almost like a CFO, at least for a first round level. So, if your business is doing well and you're making some money and you want to make sure that you keep yourself out of the hands of the IRS for audit purposes, I would recommend getting yourself a Profit Sense, PROFITCENTS, Profit Sense report. And no, we're not sponsored by them. Okay. I just really like the reporting. I would suggest that you get yourself a Profit Sense report, or if you're trying to keep yourself away from audits, right? And you can use Profit Sense reports to improve your business, right? It gives you an idea, what is everybody else in my industry doing, so that you can look for holes. You can also look at areas that you are doing much better in. Side note, I've actually seen a client make business from their Profit Sense report. So I had one client that was doing really, really, really well, actually, in the area of accounts receivable. And he created an e-course for other businesses in his area, in his industry, on how to get their accounts receivable as low as his was. So there's lots of options here. It's worth paying the fee to get the Profit Sense report. And of course, if your CPA, if your tax strategist is not bringing you these kinds of tips and tricks, feel free to reach out to our team. This is exactly what we do. Of course, keeping you away from audits, keeping you legal and above board, of course, reducing taxes. Now, I do see we still have to get our overlay updated. We just passed the 1 billion mark in saving taxes for our clients. So I'm going to get that updated today anyway. So in the meantime, if you are looking for tax strategies, don't hesitate to reach out to the team and I. You can find us at taxgoddess.com. Feel free to book an appointment and we'll be happy to take a look at your stuff and see what kind of missed opportunities we can find to help you reduce your taxes this year.